Hiya, friends. Thank you for joining the first episode of Magic Key Chats podcast. To all who come to these happy chats, welcome. I'm your host, Ryan,
And I'm Amanda.
and we're here to discuss our passion and why we love Disney and share our stories as long with information that we have about Disney.
And like Ryan said, welcome to Magic Key Chats. We're really excited to just chat with each other about all things Disney parks and Disneyland, Disney World. Disneyland's better though, right? I mean, come on, Ryan, you agree. So don't at us. But we just thought it would be fun as I will do anytime I have a conversation with someone about something I'm opinionated on, which is pretty much anything. I'll say that would be a great podcast. And that's kind of how this all started, is that we just were going back and forth about what we liked about Disneyland better than Disney World. And we started noticing there was some fun controversial topics that we could go back and forth on. And jokingly, I said this would be a great podcast. And here we are, like 8 months later, deciding to pull the plug and just pick some controversial topics. And hopefully you guys enjoy it. But yeah, we're just really excited to get into some of the fun stuff about all things Disney parks. We are both Disney pass holders. Or Magic Key holders, Disneyland, not Disney World. And yeah, Ryan, what would you like to add about what you're excited about for this podcast?
Yeah, it definitely was a long road getting here. I mean, about 8, 9 months of talking about, Disney stuff back and forth and just eventually getting the idea, like, let's get other people involved, maybe, get the community involved, see, their opinions, their takes, because we're both passionate people on these takes as well. So I'm curious to see what other folks would like to get involved in the conversation as well, too. So, um, yes, Disneyland, much better than Disney World. I could say that I grew up on the East Coast going to Disney World all the time and used to think, oh, Disneyland's small, you don't have as much as Disney World. Now that I've been a Magic Key holder for the last 2 years, I can totally say that it's Disneyland over Disney World. But I am excited to get the conversations going, include all the information that I know that a lot of my friends and coworkers that I work with always ask me information all the time and ask me what I want to know. So I want to get that information out there, and I'm sure Amanda wants to get her information out there as well too.
I mean, I just really like to talk about anything, so that's why I'm here.
Yeah, she just wants to be confrontational on it.
Fair warning, everyone. I'm very opinionated.
She really means don't add her about Disneyland.
I'm justly so opinionated, but it's fine.
Don't say anything about Cinderella's castle.
We're not going to, that's a different episode. That's a whole episode in its own. Disney castles, whole episode on its own.
We'll get there.
Which is what I'm excited to get to. What topics are you excited to really get into?
I am really excited to get into the topic of technology, whether the good, the bad, the ugly of it. And as a person who has a family member who works in that department too, I would love to see other people's insights because I can actually provide him those opinions as well, along with my own takes of like how much either I like using certain technology and how much it's hindered the real experience of it.
Technology, that's what you're most excited about when it comes to Disneyland?
Yeah, I'm a little bit of a nerd in that way.
But you could talk about technology in general. Like, what's your favorite? Like, okay, fine. Technology at Disneyland, great topic. I'm excited to talk about snacks.
That's okay.
I feel like each snack should have its own dedicated show. I could fill a whole however long about any one particular snack. Again, opinions, much opinions and tangents.
True. Oh, Disney Mickey beignets. Mm. I might be going tomorrow to go pick some up.
That makes me a little bit jealous. Because they're like probably my top favorite snack, but we'll save that for the snack show. Um, what other than technology, is there like any, is there like a certain controversial topic or something you have a very, very strong opinion on that you're like, when this topic comes up, like it's go time?
I'll mail them.
So Ryan's favorite topic to discuss on this whole entire podcast that is just starting is going to be technology. And then once we do that topic, he will have no opinions after that.
Okay, when it's I think the overabundance of the Disney apps in both Disneyland and Disney World. I've been to both parks obviously, and you know I'm an experienced person. You want to go there for the experience, and you kind of look around, you just see everybody down on their phone, and that's why I'm very passionate about that one. It's like I love the use of technology and innovation, but I think there's a time and place for it. So that's why I'm a little bit. It's more that the Disney apps, not like the innovation we do with the rides. Like that stuff is really cool, but the applications that are being out there, I think it's a little too much. I think it's too much in my opinion. Takes away from the magic.
You're just gonna have no other opinions. You're like, cool, we did technology, got it all off my chest. Like, I have no more opinions.
Oh, okay. Other opinions? All right, we're definitely talking about the people that are there too.
Disney gossip. Are you gonna spill the tea?
Yes, I am a people watcher. I go to the park, and I don't necessarily like going there for rides. I love to people watch, and I would love to share some of the amazing things I've seen and the crazy stuff I've seen too.
That's fun. So as we mentioned before, we're both pass holders. We both have very strong opinions about things, especially technology. It seems when it comes to all things Disney parks. So, what is your like background with Disney parks, Disneyland, Disney World? What made you decide that you wanted to become a pass holder?
So I grew up. My whole family are very passionate Disney people. We went to Disney World every year. Growing up on the East Coast, coming down from New York, it was like the one thing we were always excited about doing every year. It was either we were going to Disney World in Florida or we are going to visit family. And even when we visit family, it was Disneyland every day. Know all the Disney movies. We argue, we bicker about Disney stuff. So I mean, when they say Disney adult, which is a term I only learned maybe this past year, I could say I probably qualify in that. And um, that like what made me want to become a pass holder is it really, with all the things that go on in the world, especially after the pandemic and being locked up, I know I caught myself like looking at videos of people just on at Disney, and I'm like, I miss being here, and if I got the opportunity to become a pass holder, I'm not going to miss out. And as I mentioned, it's not because I like going on all rides all the time. That's the experience of it, just being at the park, um, seeing all the theming. And when I got to learn going to Disneyland more, that there was more than just going to the park, that they do stuff, the food and wine festivals, the Lunar New Year Festival, which is going on currently. There's more to experience than just, I'm just going to go ride Space Mountain every time I go there. So when oddly enough, actually, when I met you at Indiana Jones and I heard you were a pass holder, I got a little bit more info on it. I was like, oh, this is something I can do. And within the next following months, became a pass holder and haven't looked back.
So you don't regret your decision to be a pass holder.
Not at all. Not at all.
Okay, so question. So now, being an annual pass holder at Disneyland, not Disney World, because they have like a whole different pass holder structure. And yeah, it's called Magic Key.
Magic key.
Yeah. So, by the way, FYI, if you're not familiar, if you have an annual pass to Disneyland, you don't automatically get an annual pass to Disney World. But so we are Disneyland pass holders. And so this is like just matter of opinion because, like I said, I'm very opinionated. What are your thoughts on the fact that they're called like the magic key structure and they're all like different levels, they're like named different things? Because like before it was just like I'm an annual pass holder, and like and now like post COVID they've kind of rebranded it to be the magic key pass, and they have the different fun levels. Do you have an opinion on it, or do I just like to have an opinion on everything?
I'm definitely interested in hearing your take because I honestly didn't think it would be something I'd have an opinion on. But I like it, I think, a little bit better than just being called an annual pass holder like you would be in Florida, because it's got a little bit of that Disney spin to it. Like just saying like, oh, I'm a pass holder. Like I could be talking about SeaWorld, Universal, but being able to say like I'm a Magic Key member, it's got a little bit of that Disney twist. And I mean, it's a little thing. Not the price, but it's a little thing. Yeah.
Okay, so fair point, and I do agree with you. I mean, I love a good theme. Never am I against a good theme, or theming things. However, I don't know if I just have this opinion just because I'm trying to be difficult. Um, but I feel like anytime someone's like, I'm like, oh yeah, my magic key, and they're like, what's that? If they're not already familiar, then I have to explain to them. I'm like, oh, it's Disneyland's version of the annual pass, and I just don't like having to explain myself.
If you're not part of the initiated, you're the uninitiated, and you have to explain it. Yes, but
I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I guess like it's not even worth having an opinion about if I really think about it. Like, who cares? But if it's something for discussion, I just think that what was wrong with annual pass holder? Because it is normal jargon, literally like everywhere else. It's like so. I don't know. I don't know. That's kind of that's like the way I'm thinking about it.
yeah, because in Florida, it is not. It's truly not just called annual pass holder too. Like they have the different levels. Like one is like I think like incredible. One is like Incredibles. It's like based off of they do like annual pass holder like Incredibles level, and then I I don't remember the other ones. It was only shortly looking while I was in Florida this past summer, but they do have different names. But when you're in Florida, you just refer to yourself as a pass holder. So and they get a nice cool card, but I mean whatever, small things. But they have more money to do that out there. That's what I'm opinionated on. Is
Yeah, I used to have an annual pass holder card.
yeah. Now you get. I mean, you got your again just the phone app. So here I go again.
Yeah, I used to have. I still have one. I mean, it's not because they would send you a new one every year when you had an annual pass.
From what I understand, you can request one. Yeah, you can go to customer service and request one, but you get your little card at Florida, and then they have their own. They actually have their own entryway. They don't use the normal ticketing or like the entrance booth. They have their own entrance.
Wait, what?
Yeah, in Disney. So you go to Magic Kingdom, Disney World. They have their own. It says annual pass holder lane.
They have their own lane? I have my own lane?
Uh huh.
Why can't there be a magic key lane? Hey, at Disneyland, create a magic key lane.
We just reversed our opinion about Disneyland over Disney World in episode one.
No, 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 no. There's a difference between overall feel and like certain things are clearly going to be better at one part than the other. Like,
But I do believe that is actually a part of the improvements this year with the front gate. So
you think Disneyland's going to have their own magic key lane? Dude, that'd be so great.
that would be awesome.
You don't know how much stress I have, like deciding which line I'm gonna go in and like observing the line. I do like in my head, I do like line science. Okay, that we can say that could be its own episode. How to pick a line in security and anywhere.
Oh, I got a story on that one too, so that'll be good.
Okay, save it. Okay, guys, you have to stick around to hear whatever line story Ryan's gonna have.
Oh yes. Mm.
So I became a pass holder because it fiscally made sense for me at one point. And then I just kind of kept doing it. But so I didn't go to Disneyland until I was 21. Was the first time I ever went to Disneyland.
I just don't know if I can take your opinion this serious now.
Yeah, I know, Mister. I grew up at going going to Disney World. What do you have judgments on me? It's not my fault. It's my parents' fault.
We're bringing out all the tea.
Yeah, I'm a quick study. You don't have to take me seriously. I'm just very opinionated. You could. That's the whole point. You could disagree with everything I say, even when you know I'm right. You're gonna be like, "You're wrong," just because I don't respect you. Disneyland's not my happy place either. So don't at me, people. My backyard is my happy place. Disneyland is my creative space, which is like how this all like. I went a couple. So I turned 21 was the first time I went to Disneyland, and then I'm like, oh, this is like. But same to your point too about like the experience, and it really is like they do such a good job of like making everything magical. So um and it and I mean I'm so, part of what I'm so excited about um for future discussions is all those things that make it truly a special place, because I mean this place shouldn't even exist. Like you walk in, you're like, this isn't real. Like how is this place real? Like that's what I ask myself every time. But so I'm like, oh, this is cool. And then I live in Arizona, and obviously Southern California is not too far, and I'm always there. So one year I had a bunch of trips planned to Anaheim, and I was like, well, you know, I could probably like spend an afternoon in the parks and whatever. So I was like, I might as well get a pass, because at the time it was a lot cheaper than it is now. And I got like one of the lower levels, and I was like, oh, I'll just like I'm going 4 or 5 times this year. Like, let me just get a pass and like not feel the pressure to like buy a whole day ticket and use like be there for the whole day, because I was like, oh, like I'll go a couple hours here, I'll go a couple hours there. And then over time I was like, I would have some like super creative breakthroughs, and I'm like, oh, I think I found my creative spot. So I'm like, I gotta be more intentional. And so then I just started planning like Disney day trips. Like I'll fly out in the morning, go to the park all day, and then I'll fly back home. Um, which I know some people think it's crazy, but whatever. I'm a crazy person. And so, yeah, which is, why I have so many opinions, because I sit on a park bench by myself thinking about all of these things with a snack in hand.
Yes. Yes. Churro, beignet, whatever it may be.
No, I'm not a churro fan. Every once in a while, but not a churro fan.
Okay, that's an opinion. Yep. But yes, Park Bench Chronicles. That's going to be a reoccurring episode. Things we've seen on the park bench.
Stay tuned. So, this is going to be fun.
Oh yeah, I'm excited.
Should we wrap up and summarize all the things that are to come on Magic Key Chats?
Yes, let's wrap it up.
Okay, guys. Well, what's really exciting is this isn't over. We're still going to have more conversations and many, many opinions that apparently I might hold stronger ones than Ryan will. But get ready for some fun rants and banter and some Disney fun. And don't forget the pixie dust, because we're going to be talking about technology and technology at the parks, which is Ryan's favorite topic. Apps, are they great? Are they not so great? Do you like using your phone? Do you even like mobile order? We're excited to get into that and have that conversation. We will be discussing my favorite topic, which is snacks, holidays at Disney, different rides, which castle is better, Sleeping Beauties or Cinderella's? And so much more. So um, if you have any topic suggestions, if you want to join in on the conversation, feel free to DM us on our Instagram at Magic Key Chats, or you can send us an email at magickeychats@gmail.com. Make sure to subscribe to the podcast so you don't miss any fresh episodes, and we will see you on our next episode. Thanks for joining us on Magic Key Chats, and may all your dreams come true.